Hello. Now question is test whether this function fx, which is x minus 1 upon x, is increasing or decreasing. We know meaning of increasing, we know meaning of decreasing. But how we can check whether the function is increasing or decreasing? For that we have to find derivative of this function, that is f dash of x. If it is greater than 0, then function is increasing. If it is less than 0, function is decreasing. And if f dash of x is 0, then that function is constant, because we know that derivative of constant function is 0. So first here we have to find derivative of this function. So now this fx we can also write as x minus 1 upon x. How we can write? X raised to minus 1. Right, that we know x raised to minus 1 is 1 upon x. So now differentiate this, differentiate with respect to x. So that is f dash of x is d by dx of this. You can write in this form or write in this form. Now in plus minus we know we can write derivative separately. So this is d by dx of x minus d by dx of x raised to minus 1. Now what is d by dx of x? D by dx of x is what? 1 minus d by dx of x raised to n, that becomes n into x raised to n minus 1. That means what? Write this n here and x raised to n minus 1. You can write here reason. D by dx of x raised to n is n x raised to n minus 1. So here n is what? Minus 1. So derivative this minus write same. Okay. D by dx of x is 1. This minus we write here same. Now d by dx of this, that is x raised to n. N is minus 1. So n write minus 1 into x raised to n minus 1. So n is minus 1. And again write minus 1. So minus 1 is what? Minus 2. So therefore f dash of x is this 1 minus of minus plus x raised to minus 1 is what? Minus 2. Now this we can write 1 plus x raised to minus 2, again write as 1 upon. So this will become 1 upon x square, x raised to 2. Now how we can check whether this function, that is f dash of x, this part is greater than 0, less than 0 or equal to 0. So for that, see this given thing. One thing that is given is x not equal to 0, because if x is 0, 1 upon 0 square, that is 1 upon 0 is what? Not defined. So this is not defined for x is equal to 0. So that's why it is given that x is not equal to 0. Second thing is given, that is x belongs to R. That means x is real number. So as x is not equal to 0 and x belongs to R. Now we know that square of real number is always non-negative. So either it is positive or it is 0. But x is not 0 also. That means here x square is greater than 0. Because when this is 0, if x is 0 and x is not 0. So for non-zero numbers, real numbers, either plus or minus, its square is greater than 0. Now if x square is greater than 0, this implies that 1 upon x square is also greater than 0, because x square is positive. So 1 upon positive number is what? Positive. So this is greater than 0. Now add here 1. Therefore 1 plus 1 upon x square. Now this number is positive, 1 upon x square. If in positive number, if we add 1, so again that number is positive. Right? And that means this f dash of x is greater than 0. That means f dash of x is greater than 0, because this is our f dash of x. So you can write here from equation 1. Now f dash of x is greater than 0. So this implies that our function fx is what? Increasing function. If it is less than 0, function is what? Decreasing. If it is 0, function is constant. So now as here f dash of x is greater than 0, therefore fx is increasing function. So we have to check whether it is increasing or decreasing. So answer is function is increasing. Okay.